Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey. Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons on 93.7 The Ticket. You know, I just feeling pretty good today, man. I mean, even though the weather done changed on me a little bit, still happy, man. I love being happy, love being positive. You know, tonight I got a great show for you. But before we get to that, I got to share something with you. You know, I get a lot of requests on a weekly or daily basis, actually, of how do you deal with certain things. And one of the things that kept coming up this week was, how do you stay positive all the time? Let me be the first to admit to you guys, it is not easy. I just love to be happy. It's not easy. I work extremely hard at staying positive because unfortunately you can't control what other people do. And sometimes people are in bad moods for whatever reason. But, you know, I always encourage people to just stay positive and deal with things in the most positive way you possibly can. So that's the answer to this week's question that I've been getting a lot. You know, tonight my guest is like a brother to me. You know, I really look forward to this interview, but I'm gonna have to ask questions like I don't already know a lot of these answers, but I want you guys to know what I know. So with that being said, welcome my guest, Rodney Lewis, former Husker black shirt Rodney Lewis. Rodney, are you with us?
I hear you, V. What up?
How you doing, man?
Hey, just another day in paradise, as you say.
That's all right. Well, man, first of all, let me say thank you for being willing to zoom in today from Minneapolis. I appreciate that. How's the weather?
Let me correct you on something, though, Rick.
Okay.
We ain't like brothers. We is brothers.
Okay, you sure right. My bad. We are brothers. We've been brothers for a long, long time. So you are absolutely right. I stand corrected. Thank you for that correction, big brother. How you doing, Rodney?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. If I did complain, who would care?
Yeah, nobody don't want to listen. I tried that too, man. I couldn't get no response. I don't know what's up with that, but that's okay. Hey, Rodney, you know, like I said, a lot of these questions I'm going to ask you, I already know the answer to, but a lot of my listeners and a lot of people that are tuned in, they don't know what I know. So even though I'm asking questions you know I know the answer to, please feel free to share with the public, man, okay?
I got you.
Okay. Let's start off with where you grew up, Rodney. Where'd you grow up?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And where'd you go to high school there?
Minneapolis Central.
Minneapolis Central. Now, if I remember correctly, you had another brother that's no longer with us that was there with you. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. You know, our partner, Russell Gary. He's no longer here on this plateau in the physical sense.
Right.
He has ascended to another plateau. I think he's still with me and you. I feel his presence every day.
Well, you know, the one thing I can honestly say is I definitely agree because I was just thinking about every spring game, how you and Russell would drive down and stay with me, and then we'd all go to the spring games. You know, I think about those days, man, and you know, and it's kind of hard to believe, you know, when you spend so much time playing ball and just being brothers, and then all of a sudden, you know, somebody's gone. You know, I think a lot of times people take that for granted, but you know, I know how special Russell is to me, and I know how special he is to you. You know, I had a similar situation because I came here with Nate Mason, and Nate's no longer with us. So I can relate in so many ways, man. But right now, I wanted to ask you this here. When you was in high school and you was playing ball, Did you and Russell actually play together on the same high school team, or did y'all play against each other?
No, we played on the same high school team, but when I first started football with my two brothers, I met Russell when I was 7 years old and playing Pee Wee football.
Oh wow, okay.
And then we went from that was like in the second grade, and then in the fifth grade we moved, and then we didn't play on the same team for a couple years, and actually in the eighth grade, the team I played on with some other guys I knew ended up playing the team Russell was on in the playoffs, and then we won the city championship.
Oh.
And so then the next year in ninth grade, that was in eighth grade. Then in ninth grade, me and one of my brothers went and played with Russ at this other park called King Park. And my uncle sponsored us and bought a brand new Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms. And so we won the city championship in the ninth grade. So actually, the teams I played on in seventh, eighth, and ninth grade won the city championship 3 years in a row.
Wow. Okay.
And then we played in high school together. We played football, basketball, and ran track. So we were year round, worked out together. His family knew my family. We all knew the same people. Guys we grew up with played together for several years. There was a few guys that I went to kindergarten with that I graduated from high school with.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In South Minneapolis. And so that was back when the community, when you knew everybody.
Yeah.
Your parents knew other kids' parents. You went to the elementary school in your neighborhood. You went to the junior high school in your neighborhood. And you went to the high school in your neighborhood.
Right.
So everybody knew everybody, and it was community. So you couldn't be acting up out there on them streets because it would get back to your parents. And, then that wouldn't be good for you if you was messing up.
Right.
And also, and then people weren't so transient like they are now.
Yes.
It was, I guess how I can say this is, and I think you already know this, Rick. I mean, I met Prince when I was 8 years old.
You saying Prince, the Prince, the musician.
And he was just another kid in the neighborhood as far as I was concerned.
Wow.
All those musicians, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis from the time.
Yeah.
I knew all those guys growing up. I mean,
wow.
I'm happy for them. They're very successful and all that, but there was another brother in the neighborhood. So when the brother passed away, I felt bad because I knew the brother before he was who he ended up being.
Yeah, well, see, a lot of people don't understand, man, the fact that you grew up with Prince, that within itself is huge. I mean, I know this, but just think about the people that are football fans or people that are, that know you, but they didn't know that about you. So I appreciate that. That's real important. I mean, I'm still in awe of some of the stuff Prince could do. I mean, the dude could play just about every instrument there was, I believe.
But another thing people don't realize, Ricky, Prince was a good athlete.
Really?
He was a little guy, and he could play basketball. He came out for football, but he was too little because he got hit a couple times. Said no. But basketball, he kept playing, and the coach that was before they had time clocks, for, in high school and stuff. And so, the coach would put him in the game to run the clock out because he could dribble real good and stuff, and you couldn't get the ball from him.
So he was fast with it, huh?
You couldn't get the ball from him. He could he had handles.
Ah.
Now, he had a brother named Dwayne who was an athlete who played football and basketball. So I was like better friends with Dwayne than I was with Prince and his Dwayne passed away before Prince did.
Wow.
Okay. And so that was, South Minneapolis. But Prince and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, as far as music goes, they kind of put Minneapolis on the map back in the day.
Well, let me ask you this while I'm thinking about it. Man, I've always been a big Morris Day fan. Okay. Is he from there too, or is he?
He's from Minneapolis.
Really?
Minneapolis.
Yeah, because Morris Day and Jerome used to keep me laughing.
And Terry Lewis was a good athlete too. He still holds the record in the 100-yard dash in Minnesota State 100-yard dash, because when he had the record, then they went to meters.
Correct.
So he still has the record. He could run. Okay.
Wow.
No, I mean, but then Russ and I, since we were together for so long, and Nebraska recruited out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Actually, they were looking at Russell first.
Oh, okay.
And I popped up on the film. Russ was a running back, and all he did was play on offense. But when the game started, my senior year, when the game started, I never left the field. I was on offense, defense, and all kicking phases of the kicking game.
Oh, wow.
I played the whole game. I never came off the field.
You was doing the most.
Yeah. But Russ was always the star running back.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So Russ got recruited by Nebraska, you say?
Yeah, they was looking at Russ first, then they see me on the film.
Oh, okay.
Monty Kiffin. I was told it was Monty Kiffin. As like, who's that number 48? And then they started recruiting me too.
Gotcha.
Then they offered Russ a scholarship. I walked on, and so I said, no, I'm gonna go. We're gonna go down there together. I walked on, and then we had that freshman team where we had to practice like 2 months before we had a game.
Yeah.
And then I started on the freshman team, and Russ really didn't get much run. So anyway, push come to shove, they moved me to corner. And that next following spring, after our freshman year, Russ moved to safety and started 3 years in a row.
Wow. I was just sitting there thinking, man, because y'all both had very successful careers at Nebraska, and that wearing that black shirt, I still to this day I remember, man, how black shirts, it really, really does mean something. You know what I mean? And man, y'all had some attitude issues out there, man. When when y'all put them black shirts on, we be boys and stuff, but boy, it seems like when practice starts and them black shirts come on, it's like we not friends no more. I never did understand that, but I guess it was just that's the way it was.
Well, you know what, Ricky? When people ask me about Nebraska football, and they ask me about Coach Osborne, I always tell them that I thought I knew how to practice because I had a tough high school football coach.
Right.
I thought I knew how to practice, but one thing when in the late 70s, early 80s, and people always talk about the 90s. There were some good teams in the late 70s, early 80s when we was there.
Correct.
We came this close a couple times of winning the whole thing.
Right.
We were always ranked in the top 10 or top 5.
Right.
But practice was very intense at a very high level every day. It wasn't like, oh, I had a bad day at practice, because it wasn't like that. Because if you had a bad day at practice, you might come to practice the next day and see you name somebody that moved ahead of you on the depth chart. You didn't have no bad practices. It was always at a high level of intensity. Okay.
I can honestly say that's true, especially those Tuesdays and Wednesday practice.
Well, during spring practice, we was in full gear every day.
Yeah.
And we was hitting. We hit every day.
Yeah.
So that's why you said we had an attitude. But, when you practice tackling every day, you get good at it. And to me, if I missed the tackle, that was a mistake. But then the coach that we had at the time, Lance Van Zant, we didn't make mistakes. We didn't make mistakes. Now, Ricky, I'm going to tell the people listening and the viewers that Ricky and Irving were very good receivers. They were very fast. Ricky was quicker than a hiccup.
Ricky was allergic to contact.
And now I ain't gonna say Ricky never caught a pass on me, because he did. Most of them was in front of me, and then he had to pay for it. Now, Irving too.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna say Ricky or Irving never beat me deep, but I'm gonna say a couple times, maybe a couple times. When I say a couple times, I mean 2 times.
Yeah,
just true. 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Didn't nobody use people. Now, there was other guys in the defensive back room. I'm not gonna mention no names. There was some other guys in the defensive back room that would ask me, Rodney, how you cover Ricky and Irving? I said, hey man, you got to be able to run. It's that simple. You had to be able to run.
And that you could do. I will give you that. I also remember something else about you, man. That just popped in my mind was we ran track together too.
Oh yeah.
I
don't know if we can talk, Rick. I don't know if we can talk about that on air.
No, we better not talk about that. But we'll just say we lettered the track. How about that?
No. Me and Rick ran track. Some of the brothers would run track.
Hey, Rodney, hold on, right there. Hold that thought. We're gonna take a quick break, then we're gonna come right back. Don't go anywhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket to Get Your Happy On Hour. We'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, ready to go caroling?
Are the people in your neighborhood nice?
Oh, you bet. Well, everybody except
Mr. Carpenter.
Now, come on, Jim. He's just a little cranky.
Are you kidding? Last year, he chased us down the street with a rake.
I'm sure he was just having a bad day. Now, here's his house. Everybody smile and get ready to run.
Well, hello, everyone. It's so great to see you all.
Are you okay, Mr. Carpenter?
Oh, yes. I just bought a bunch of Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets. Until January 3rd, 2024, when you enter non-winning holiday tickets online, you have a chance to win $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. Talk about a classic little Christmas. In fact, I'm so merry, I'd like to give you all some tickets.
Oh, what a nice gesture, Mr. Carpenter. Is there anything we can do for you?
Yeah, shovel my driveway. And don't sing.
Top prize odds vary by game.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that Protential. Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. My father, Don, always insisted that Sartor Heyman never compromise. Not on quality, not on value, and not on customer service. For that reason, you can be sure that every item of jewelry you purchase from Sartor Heyman is the very best, no matter how small or how large. When it comes to jewelry, if we don't have it, you don't want it. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island, and SartorHeyman.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Everybody wants a classic Christmas. Well, there's nothing more classic than cash. So until January 3rd, 2024, enter non-winning Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets online, and you could win $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. Hurry and jingle all the way to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and have yourself a classic little Christmas with the whole family of Holiday Classic scratch tickets. Top prize odds vary by game. We've got some universally big news for Nebraska Pick 5 fans. The price for matching 4 of 5 numbers has risen from $450 to $500. Visit your favorite Nebraska Lottery retailer today. Pick 5 numbers between 1 and 40 or ask for a Nebraska Pick 5 Quick Pick. Match 4 numbers and you could win $500. Each play only costs $1 and there are drawings 7 days a week. It's just another way our game is getting better all the time. Nebraska Pick 5 top prize odds 1 in 658,000.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, we back. Hey, Rodney, you with me still?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, man, right before we went to break, we was talking about we couldn't discuss certain things about the track. But I just want the viewers and the listeners to know that we just had a lot of fun because track was a secondary sport, but it was a good time. And Rodney, I will give you credit, man. You always was dedicated to whatever you did, because even running track, I mean, dude, you went all in every time every event that you were in, you was in it to win it. And I give you that, because I'm going to be honest with y'all now that it's after the fact. I was just trying to get out of winter conditioning. and then once you get out of winter conditioning by running indoor, during spring break, you could take that trip to Arizona. So Arizona in the middle of winter in Nebraska. Yeah, I think I could do that.
No. I mean, Rick, I wanted to win. See, Rick, with me, man, I was never the best or the fastest. I just wanted to play. In football, basketball. At some point, my body caught up with me. I was never afraid to hit anybody bigger than me.
Yeah, I know that to be true.
And so from lifting weights and running and working out, and I just, got fast. I knew how to run. And then when I got on that track team, I wanted to win.
Yeah.
And I truly believe if I was able to run track year round, I could have been run 100 meters in 10 or less seconds.
Yep, because
but it's hard to run track and then go to football, then go back to track, then go back to football. But football, track helps you in football.
It does.
I was never worried about anybody running by me, even your little quick self. Or Irving or Ty Brown or Junior Miller, Roger, Mike, they knew I could run.
Yeah,
y'all knew I could run, and then y'all also knew Russ could run. But what y'all really knew about Russ and I is we weren't afraid to run into anybody.
Yeah, well, y'all stayed in the weight room too long for me, though. I mean, every time I look around, man, I'm like, man, they said we can go to the shower. And you and Russ be like, okay, man, we just got a few more sets. We're like, okay, we'll see y'all later then. We leave y'all in the weight room because that's what y'all did, And like I say, it worked. It paid off for both of you because you got a situation that a lot of people don't know that's very special. And when I say this, I'm looking at you guys grew up together. You played high school ball together. You played college ball together. But after college, y'all had the privilege of playing in the NFL together.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was rare too. But how many people can actually say that? Right.
So, it was a good experience. The NFL, you make some money. We were thousandaires, not like these guys now are millionaires. But,
thousandaires. Huh?
But you know what? I don't really. My friends that I stay in contact with are the people that I played football with in college.
Correct. Yeah,
Ricky Simmons, Odious, Jeff Quinn, John Rude, the Rude brothers.
Yep.
Letcher, Tony Samuels. I mean, Curtis Craig, Roger's brother. He taught me and Russell. He worked with us in the weight room. Yes. I am hip. Then the brothers that
Big Junior Miller
that have passed away. Andre Franklin, Big Phil. I don't care what anybody says. You can talk about fullbacks at Nebraska all you want to. To me, Andre Franklin was the best fullback they ever had. You can talk about Tom Rappin. He was good. Makovica or anybody else. But they didn't know the Big Pill.
Yeah, the Big Pill. Big Pill was a problem.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Hey, Rodney, you told me this one time, I think it was after practice, you was like, Rick, man, when the Pill come around the corner, man, you got to come up and take him on, man. Even if he don't get you, he gets you.
Right. They had that one option play where the quarterback pivots and then the fullback come out and got to come after the corner. I'm like, oh no. See, any other fullback, I'm running into him full speed but I'm like, because you can't. Now we was friends, we was partners, but we out there in the open field. There ain't no brother-in-law out there.
No.
The film, I had to take him on, and especially when it was cold. When it was cold, you definitely didn't want to take him on. But we had to make it, you know.
You had to make it look real.
You had to do what you had to do. But it wasn't. Hey, man, and another thing about Andre Franklin, man, that was a good brother, man.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a good brother. He was a good friend. We were freshmen together. And Anthony Stills was a good friend. We were freshmen together. You know, I met you and Nate. What year was that? The second year? You guys, you were good friends. We had some, like I tell people, you know, I played on some good football teams, good defense in college, and with some really good football players, really good coaches, not just Coach Osborne, the assistants. There were some good old dudes.
Yep.
And they coached hard. And
they made sure you was accountable.
Right.
Yeah,
and
you could.
That's why today, this very moment, I am never late anywhere, ever.
Right.
I'm always on Lombardi time. I'm never late because of football.
Yeah.
Coach Osborne, you couldn't walk into that meeting 2 seconds late. You got called out and you was going to be running. You always had to be on time.
Right. I agree.
And then, you know, my work ethic. I don't miss work. I got PTO up the yin yang.
Right.
I go to work every day because I got a work ethic. You know?
Yeah, well, I
want people to know, Ricky, that, man, everything ain't perfect. Nothing's perfect.
Correct.
Some people ain't going to be happy.
Right.
Only thing I can say is if you work hard and you're determined, and anything you do, you'll be successful. Now, to me, I'm an old man. I'm 64 years old. But see this right here? That ring right there means something to me. I don't wear no jewelry but that ring.
Right.
Because I earned that ring with a bunch of other guys that had one thing in mind, to be the best. So, you know, I still watch Nebraska football. I want Nebraska football to be relevant again. I think that eventually maybe they will be, but the bottom line is this: with this transfer portal and this NIL stuff, you got to get better players.
Yes.
And there was a time when Nebraska got the best players.
Right.
So I hope Coach Rule is working on that, because that Big Ten ain't going to be no joke next season when USC, UCLA, and Oregon come in the Big Ten. That's getting ready. What's going to happen with that?
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting because, you know, usually you can kind of count on having a few easy games, you know, or easier games, you know, but I mean, with all these teams coming in, man, that's going to probably stack the deck a little bit.
Not anymore. I mean, look at what Kansas did to OU yesterday.
I saw that. I
mean,
couldn't believe it, but I
take the bus to Kansas. We won that game before we got on the bus.
Yeah, it was like we knew how much. We knew he was going to win. We just didn't know by how much.
Right. I mean, look at KU. KU is ranked, and Nebraska's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, we failed a little bit, but I really believe, and I truly believe this too. I believe that we will get better. I just believe this. I guess there's a big part of it is because I'm a fan, and I want us to be better. So I'm going to say we're going to get better.
Right. The defense is getting better. The offense is working on it. I think they're going in the right direction. But you know, college football it's different than when we played 40 years ago, Rick.
Yes,
because number one, you didn't transfer.
Yes, it was a thing called wait your turn.
Sometimes you might have to wait a couple years.
Yeah,
you might have to get better. You might have to learn your assignments better. You might have to learn the offense better. You know, you might have to get faster and stronger.
Right.
You know, I didn't start till I was a junior.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to quit. So it's just different nowadays. You know, with all the, all the bells and whistles, and they got to have this building and that building, and the weight room they got now. I thought the weight room they had when I was a freshman was the best weight room I'd ever seen. Well, that ain't nothing compared to what they got now.
No, the facilities have definitely been upgraded.
Facilities, so I mean, you got to have all this different stuff for these guys nowadays, and I guess that's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, and what I keep telling myself is the game has changed. A lot of the things that we done, they're illegal now. For example, a crackback block. You better not do that now. You'll be you got a consequences for that. Whereas we were taught to do that. Cut blocks. All those things are illegal now. And then, as far as hitting quarterbacks, that's a risky thing now, because you can the targeting thing, all of that. I mean,
targeting. I'm glad you brought that up, because the targeting thing, I'd have been kicked out of games.
Exactly, but
Rick, you know how I led with I would have been kicked out of games.
Yeah, exactly.
For targeting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you would have missed half the season.
Okay.
But we call those what they call targeting. I think we called them a good hit.
Yep.
So
that's just playing football.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just the difference in the time and the era. So I get it. I mean, not that the current teams are different. It's just the rules have changed since we played. So, and a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, I really don't try to I don't try to understand a lot of this stuff, because it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's okay. I mean, these kids are following the rules the best as they can, and they're playing the game the best of their ability. So you got to respect that. I just want to see Nebraska win. I'm just going to be honest with you. When they win, I just feel better, because, traveling around the country, and, I'm going to be honest with you. I like wearing Nebraska stuff when I'm out of state, because to me, it's a lot of pride behind that. So, but hey, look, don't go anywhere. Hold on, Lou. We're going to take one more break, and then we're going to come back and finish this thing up, okay?
All right.
93.7 The Ticket is to Get You Happy on Hour. We'll be right back.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29%, APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, and here are the specials for the week of October 23rd. Enjoy all-natural, thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.88 per pound, extra meaty pork loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound, and bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin, 2 for $5 for 6 ounces of meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff, who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Chances are you're a busy person. Chances are you'd rather not drive down to Beatrice for your favorite desserts. Chances are you'd really benefit from a Lincoln location for all of your fruitcake, liqueur cake, and breakfast bread needs. Insert Beatrice Bakery in downtown Lincoln. 1040 O Street, the new 93.7 The Ticket Studios. Just grab a cake out of the cooler, pay at the counter, and you're headed home with the delicious, fruity, nutty, decadent treat of your choice. Beatrice Bakery, online at beatricebakery.com or now in downtown Lincoln at 1040 O Street.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentune-up.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Yes, the rest of the roster has to elevate the quarterback, but the quarterback also has to elevate the rest of the roster. Haven't seen from Heinrich Haarberg yet. I'm willing to give him the rest of the year. I'm willing to say that he can be the guy next year, but then you have to have realistic expectations in mind for Nebraska, and to me, that's 6 or 7 wins.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Man, I tell you, I got to give a big shout out to my big brother, Otis Lee, out there checking us out. Appreciate you, Big O. You know, we just we took a little quick trip down memory lane. But Rodney, you know, during this last segment, man, I just want to first, before I forget, I want to say thank you for doing this. for being my guest. I want to make sure I get that in. But Rodney, I would like for you, man, if you don't mind, share something about what's been going on with you lately, man. What's going on with Rodney Lewis, man?
Okay, well, real quick, Russ, I'm holding up this picture of my partner, your partner, Russell.
Okay.
I just had to do that, Rick.
That's
So
all
everybody
good.
know our partner is gone, but
Yes.
not forgotten.
Never
I go to the cemetery at least once a week. I miss this brother bad, man, bad.
Well,
But,
you know,
okay.
but Rodney, like I said, dude, we miss him, but I believe he's watching over us. That's just
Right.
what I believe, you know.
Right.
And I feel the same way about Nate, you know, because, man, Nate was my roomie just like Russ was yours. And, I mean, I feel like Nate's gone way too soon, but I feel like he's watching over me as well.
Right.
So, Rodney, what's going on in your life today, man? For
And
a lot of people.
My daughter that lives in Atlanta had a baby in July. I got a 16-year-old son, and I been working in schools for, this is my 25th or 26th year working in schools.
Wow. Congratulations, dude.
I've been at this kindergarten through 5th grade for 10 years now. Before that, I was working in Minneapolis for 15, Minneapolis public schools, coaching, the behavior support person, coaching, working with kids.
And that's a tough job, man, because I don't have to deal with them day in and day out like you do, but just a few times that I have to go into these places to speak, kids are a lot different. Is the nicest way I can say it compared to what I remember growing up. You know, I mean, kids now have a whole different mindset.
Right.
So,
But you know all that is, Rick, and I know what you do with your speaking and that. The main thing is my job is relationship building.
I got you.
And I had to build a relation with the staff. I had to build a relation with the students. But more importantly, for me to be effective on my job, I have to build a positive relationship with the parent. Because they don't want Mr. Lewis calling their house, bashing their child.
Right.
If I have to make a phone call to a parent, I always say something positive.
Right.
And then I tell them why I'm calling.
There you go.
And I try and get the kids back on track, but the kids know me. So, and they make mistakes, they're children.
Right.
My thing is you're here to learn, and I need you to do your best while you're in this classroom. It's all positive, man.
I got you. It's still, like I said at the beginning of the show, being positive is not easy. You have to really work at that as well, because, like I said, unfortunately, a lot of people are not trying to be positive. So you gotta really put some effort into that, and especially when you're dealing with, like in your situation, I would just imagine dealing with kids. The parents are naturally going to be protective of their kids, which I get. But, but when you come to them in a positive way, like you do, I'm sure you get a really positive response out of the parents.
Yeah, I mean, and then a lot of times parents, they know their kids.
Right.
And then another thing, with me being an older man now, when they meet me, my voice is always going to be my voice. But when they meet me, they see that I'm an older man and I do have experience. And the kids realize that too. And so that makes it a little easier. And then one thing I always tell people, you got to have humor. You got to bring some humor to it, because kids are funny.
Right.
But then, Rick, they got so many distractions that we didn't have when
that's true.
Kids. We didn't have no social media. We didn't have no cell phone.
Nope. And
all these other distractions.
Yeah, we didn't get the luxury of sitting up in the house all day staring at a screen. we
went outside and played. We went outside and played football, basketball, track, something.
Yeah,
baseball. We was outside
outdoors.
Right, we didn't stay in the house.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be outdoors.
Right.
Yeah. So but the one thing I will say though is I'm glad to know that man, there's still people like yourself willing to take on those type of jobs, because a lot of people don't want to do what you do, Rodney. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, everybody don't have the patience to be able to deal with the parents and deal with the staff and deal with the students. I mean, everybody's not trying to do that. So I just got to give you your props, man, because I'm about giving people their props now, not after they're gone. I think what you do now is very important. And I just want to give you a compliment and say, hey, man, I'm proud of you, because I know for a fact it can't be easy. But like you said, the work ethic that you gained from playing sports at Nebraska and before Nebraska and after, I mean, it helped build that self-esteem, helped build that work ethic, and it helped make you accountable. And to this very day, we both share this. I ain't late to nothing. I mean, my show started tonight at 8 o'clock. I was in the studio at 7 watching the show before me. So I get it. I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't want to be late. I think accountability is huge. So you keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep doing what I do. And, man, I think we're going to both be okay, man.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be more than okay. And, Rick, thank you, man. And I'm proud of you, man, for what you do. And, your radio show, and I hope it gets bigger, or you get some more hours or something, or, it keeps expanding. And, because the bottom line is this: we all people.
Right.
And, okay, football is important. It is. It's important to me and some people could care less about football. But we all got to live in this world.
Right.
And we should respect and dignity should be afforded to everyone.
I agree.
So with that said, I treat people the way I want to be treated.
Correct.
Okay. And that was a process.
Oh yeah, it takes some time to do that.
Right. Just like you said, you positive all the time. But Rick, I know you. That was the process.
Oh, absolutely. And it's still a process. I work on this daily. But hey, look, Rodney, I just want to say again, thank you, man. We're finna get ready and get up out of here. But I just wanted to say thank you, man. And I always encourage everybody to understand that life is not guaranteed or promised to anybody. So no matter what, every day that you blessed to see, it truly is another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. And hey, y'all stay tuned in. We've got another show coming up next. I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
All right, B.
All right, dude. You take care, Rodney. Thank you, guys. 93.7 The Ticket to Get Your Happy On Hour. We're gone.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details.